Today, we're going to talk about a very interesting coin from the United States, the 2005 Kansas quarter with a P mint mark. Even though millions of these coins were made, some have special mistakes or errors that make them rare and valuable. These rare versions can be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Some collectors are willing to pay good money for coins with unique errors, and the 2005 P Kansas quarter is one of them. Let's take a closer look at the story behind this coin and why some versions are worth big money. First, this quarter was part of the 50-state quarters program. This was a special program by the United States Mint that started in 1999 and ended in 2008. The idea was to release a new quarter for each of the 50 states. Each coin would have a design on the back that represented the state. Kansas got its own quarter in 2005. It was the 34th state quarter to be released. The front of the Kansas quarter, just like most other quarters, has the face of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This part of the coin is called the obverse. Around Washington's head, you'll see the words, United States of America, Liberty, and, In God We Trust. You'll also see the mint mark, a small letter that tells you where the coin was made. If the coin has a P mint mark, it means it was made in Philadelphia. Now let's talk about the back of the coin, which is called the reverse. This is where the Kansas design appears. The Kansas quarter shows a big American bison, or buffalo, standing on grass. Behind it are some blooming sunflowers. The bison represents the wildlife of Kansas, and the sunflower is the state flower. It's a simple but beautiful design that many people like. Now, millions of these Kansas quarters were made in both Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia Mint made over 263 million of them, so most of these coins are common. If you have a regular 2005 P Kansas quarter that has been used and is in average condition, it's probably only worth 25 cents. Even in slightly better condition, it might be worth only 50 cents to $1. But, and this is important, some of these coins have special errors that make them very valuable to collectors. One of the most famous errors on the 2005 Kansas quarter is called the In God We Rust error. This is a printing mistake that happened during the minting process. On some coins, the letter T in the word trust didn't show up properly. So instead of saying, In God We Trust, the coin looks like it says, In God We Rust. This mistake usually happens because of something called a grease-filled die. That means there was some grease or dirt stuck in the machine that makes the coin, and it blocked the T from being stamped clearly. This kind of error is funny to look at, and collectors love it because it's unusual. The value of a Kansas quarter with the In God We Rust error depends on how clear the mistake is and what shape the coin is in. If it's a used coin but the error is easy to see, it might sell for around $20 to $30. But if the coin is in great condition, shiny, clean, and not scratched, it can sell for $50 or even more. Some very nice examples have sold for over $100 if graded by a professional company. There are also other smaller errors found on some 2005 Kansas quarters. For example, some coins have problems with the bison on the back. In a few coins, there is a strange lump or bump on the bison's back. Some people call this the humpback bison error. It happens when there's a crack or break in the die that strikes the coin, and it causes a raised area that's not supposed to be there. These kinds of coins are also interesting to collectors and can be worth $20, $50, or sometimes more, depending on how clear and rare the error is. Other types of minting errors can include things like off-center strikes, where the design is not properly centered on the coin. There are also die cracks, where you see raised lines on the coin that look like scratches but were actually caused during minting. Some coins even have doubled letters or missing parts of the design. All of these things can increase a coin's value if they are real mint errors and not damage from wear and tear. It's important to know that just because a coin looks strange doesn't always mean it's rare or valuable. Coins can get damaged in lots of ways after they leave the mint. For example, if a coin gets scratched, dented, or worn down over time, that's just damage, not a valuable error. But if the mistake happened during the minting process, then it might be worth something. That's why serious collectors often send coins to professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC to find out if their coin is real and how valuable it might be. So, what should you do if you find a 2005 P Kansas quarter? First, check the word trust very carefully. Is the T missing or faint? If so, you might have a "In God We Rust" error coin. Next, check the back of the coin for anything strange, like extra bumps, cracks, or other unusual marks. Look at the overall condition of the coin. Is it shiny and clean, or is it dirty and scratched? If your coin looks unusual and is in good condition, it might be worth taking a closer look or even showing it to a coin expert. You don't need to be a coin collector to enjoy looking through your change. It's fun to know that something rare and valuable might be hiding in your pocket. Even if you never find one of these rare Kansas quarters, learning about coins can be an interesting hobby. You'll learn about history, design, and how coins are made. Plus, it's always exciting to discover something rare and unexpected in everyday life. So, to sum it up, the 2005 P Kansas quarter is a very common coin, but some of them have rare errors that make them valuable. The most famous one is the "In God We Rust" error, where the letter T is missing from the word trust. These error coins can sell for anywhere from $20 to $100 or more, depending on their condition. Other errors like the humpback bison or off-center strikes can also be worth money. Always look closely at your coins and keep an eye out for anything that looks strange. You might just find a small treasure. Thanks for watching and learning about this interesting coin. If you liked this explanation, let me know, and we can talk about other rare and valuable coins in future videos.